Hi there, it's me Rodi in another speaking practice of the day. In this case, I will be reading a text or article about why all the people can learn how to program, but not all the people can work as a programmer. So, I will start reading the article. Okay? The article said like this. Everyone can learn to program, as programming is a skill that can be acquired with enough dedication and practice. However, not everyone is cut out to work as a professional programmer. Programming requires not only technical skills, but also a specific mindset, including the ability to solve problems logically and creatively, the passion to debug and optimize code, and the ability to collaborate and communicate in teams. Additionally, the programming industry is constantly evolving, requiring a constant commitment to learn. Therefore, although anyone can learn to program, not everyone will find success in a career as a programmer. That point is important. So, I will talk about my point of view of this. So, there are people that start programming just for hobby and for to get a job. Because yes, programming is one of the most, or for to say in another way, better paid career in all the history. Yeah, the amount of money that you can get just programming is really big. I won't be speaking about that because this is not the central or the main topic of this video. But I would like to say that there are people that learn to program just for hobby and for to get a job. The hobby is like to practice program, to solve any problem, to code something that they wanna see, like a video game, like an image, like a program for to solve some question that this person have. So there are a lot of ways for to learn to code as a hobby. But if you wanna get a job, you will need more because a programmer not only code or not only is writing or typing in the keyboard of a PC. No, this is not a programming. This is not a software developer. This is just someone that is practicing programming or just code a programming. It is. So, if you want to have a programmer, you will need some more technical skills and more soft skills. For example, if you wanna have or if you wanna be a web developer, you will need to learn the main programming language for to be a web developer, such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript. In this time, I recommend you React or Angular, and you will need to learn something about database, SQL, for example, uh, for to code in the backend. The backend is all the logic and the hard thing of programming, if I need to say in this way. And you will need to learn something like C Sharp, Net.js, you know. You will need the technical skills and you will need a knowledge of how a PC works, how the web works, how software programming works, and you will need some knowledge of variables, loop. So there are a lot of things that you will need to learn if you want to be a software developer. A software developer isn't someone that just code with one programming language. If you want to be a software developer, you will need more than one just language. For example, and now I will, espérate. Okay, and in this case, I will be speaking about the soft skills. For example, you will need how to collaborate with your teams, how to communicate with your teams, how to speak fluently, how to communicate your ideas to others people for to get this view or or, or for to or for to be in the same direction or way of your team. For example, if your team is coding an application web about a system or or a hospital system and you have an idea, you will need the soft skills about how to communicate your idea to your team. Because if you have something to adapt to the word, you will need to explain your idea to your teams. For example, in this moment, I am working in or I am doing an internship with my team, and I have some ideas that I would like to tell them. So I just so I will prepare a presentation for to communicate what is my idea or what I have in my mind. So these soft skills will be really important if you want to be a programmer, because a programmer is not only to code, is not only to learn one language and to start coding. No, this is a developer. This is something like just is typing in the PC, as I said before. So if you want to be a programmer, you will need a, a background. You will need more knowledge of the thing that you will be using. And if you are interested, I will tell you how to start. The first thing that you need is to have a correct mindset. For example, if you are a people that don't like to solve problems, that don't like to get into problem, programming won't be for you, because programming is problems. For example, the last week I was with my team, and one of my team is working for a company in other country. He's working in his home, and he showed me his to-do list of his work. So the thing that he need to do in his work, and all of this, all in this list was problem. For example, we need to fix this button of this web. We need to adapt this video in this web. So all the thing that he was doing is what fixing problem. It was all. This is what a programmer do. Fix problem. So if you are a people that don't like to solve problems or don't like to get into problems, don't be a programmer, believe me, because you will find a lot of problems. So, another thing, if you like to solve problems, is to show a way. For example, if you want to be a software developer or a web developer, you will need to learn the concept of the web, how a web works. You will need some programming language. You will need about server, about network. So, go on YouTube and see a video about a roadmap about how to be a web developer. You just need to put on YouTube roadmap of a software developer or roadmap of a web developer, and you will see a lot of video about how to be a web developer. I recommend you to choose the 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 most recent of these videos. For example, it's not the same to choose the video that was uploaded in 4 years ago. So no, it's not the same. Choose the video that have 1 year, 2 or 3 months, something recent. After that, you will need to practice. If you learn to code in one programming language, you will need to practice. Practice doing project for your portfolio. For example, if you wanna if you wanna be a web developer, code app in the web. Code app that you can use in a browser, in Google, in Opera, in whatever browser that you choose. Code web app for to put in your portfolio. And more important, code app that your interview or or no, this is better. Code app that you can show in your interview. Or as I heard in some video, code app that you can show to your friends and make you proud. This is really important, believe me. So, this is not a guide for to how to be a software developer. This is not a guide. This is just my opinion. So, if you wanna get into that, I recommend you to see a lot of video about that. So, see you in the next video. Have a nice days and goodbye.